Hey, what am I doing? I'm doing the exercise, the soloing exercise that made all the difference from me. Before I did this exercise, I was just scrambling, feeling insecure, feeling uncertain whenever I was soloing. After doing this as a meditation for, a couple of weeks, things started really change for me. And the reason why everything changed is because this is practicing something essential to soloing that we're completely overlooking. My name is Claus, and I urge you to go download our free course by clicking the link just below here and subscribe to this channel if you find this video useful. So what is it? Well, it's simply a matter of when we start out soloing, we basically learn a lot of licks. Right? We learn a little phrases, and we have a ton of them, and we forget half of them when we're supposed to be soloing, right? And then we learn our first position minor pentatonic or blues scale shape. Right? And a lot of licks. That's what we do. And then we assume that we can figure out how to solo. Then the music starts in the background. And what we basically do is try to play cool stuff over the music, right? We often forget when the solo is over because we have no connection to how long the solo is or with the chord changes or anything else. And it's really like scrambling. So we're scrambling to play, to get ideas when we're playing, which is really hard. And we're scrambling to play something that's interesting. And we're not even into something that sounds connected, right? We can't play something that starts here and ends there and sounds logical and perhaps almost composed, even though we're improvising. We're not even into that because just, following along is too hard. So what I started to do was practice this little thing, this little exercise, and you can do that with a lot of different riffs, but it makes all the difference. So what do? Well, basically it's about having a riff, and it could be just like just a chord, right? Let's just start there. And then you play some stuff in between. But that gives you a form to work within, a structure to work within. And if you can do this, you can play both the structure and you can play the licks, then everything changes. Because suddenly you lean up against the music and you play with the music because you have both things in you at the same time. And there's another element to this as well that we're going to get back to. But so I picked something really simple. Here I'm playing the fifth in the fifth fret, the first position, minor pentatonic shape or blues scale. I'm just going to assume that you know that. It's just the 5 and 8 on the low E string and on the B and high E string. 5th and 8th fret, and on the remaining strings, it's 5 and 7. Right? And then I have an A chord. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just slow that down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to limit myself to just a couple of notes in order for me to really focus on this exercise and not playing the scale. So that will be the 5th and the 7th fret on the D and G string. 5 and 7 on the D and G. Those are the only notes I'm using. I might slide up to the next. I might bend. And do all kinds of stuff. But those are the 4 notes, positions on the strings that I'm playing. So now, my whole task here, and let's just assume that you're very new at this and you have very little skills. So what I would do, and what I did, was I played it 1. You have to stay in time, right? You have to have this going on, right? So I can't play anything that impairs my ability to know where I am, right? So if I'm playing something, very complex, then I will forget where 1 is, right? I will jump out of the whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I'm just playing on the downstrokes. I'm just playing on 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Right? And from there, just I can start using some more complex rhythms. I can start using my upstrokes, so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. right? And you can slow it down. And this might be super hard in the beginning, but it's just a miracle what it does to your soloing afterwards. Just imagine being able to go. Right? That's what you want to get to, because the second you can do that, you can stay connected to the music. You can have a foothold in the music as you play up against it, and you have a relationship to it suddenly, instead of just playing licks over a wall of sound in the background. Then you can also have different things going on. You can say, okay, let me say, do, ba, ba, sa, ba. I'm just playing the A power chord and then the C power chord. Do, ba, sa, Right? And if you can do this, you got it. You have it. And so everything that keeps you from doing this is actually what keeps you from being a really great soloist, or a guy who can, a musician who can play solos. And if you can't do this, you don't have it yet, right? And what is involved here is, more than anything else, rhythm, right? So you can use just 4 notes. Right? If you use just these 4 notes, 5 and 7 on the D and G, then that's enough. So this is not about scales, obviously, right? It's about being able to, right? To use your phrasing techniques, of course, hammer-ons, pull-offs, and vibrato and bending and all that. But more importantly, above all else, it's rhythm. Just imagine having a rhythm set, right? You can hit the different things, right? And then if you can keep the beat, do ba da boo da ba do boo da 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 boo do do, right? But now you just have 4. Instead of having 4 drums, you have 4 notes. And it goes for slow blues, it goes for ballads, it goes for high tempo funk, it goes for everything. So that is my golden practice routine for you right there. And I hope you'll use it and start simple, just having a chord on 1, and then see how simple you can take it. And until you are willing to go back and play something that sounds so simple, but that you are in control of, you don't know where you are. You don't know your level. See, can you play 8 notes? Can you play around with these 4 notes as you play the chord on 1? Or can you not? Where are you? And then you can start practicing rhythm and say, hey, I need to be able to go. Right? Yeah, and your foot should be tapping all the time, right? But now you know where you are. It feels like going back because we're used to, playing complex licks, but we can't really use them to play music, right? So it feels like going back. But once you are willing to do that because you're so tired of scrambling around when you're soloing, then stuff really starts happening. So go simple, go back and build that skill from the bottom up, and I promise you, it will absolutely revolutionize your soloing skills. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and go grab the free stuff.